Lab mates, today we are going to check out the Gundam Deathscythe Hell. Let's see if this SD-EX Gundam is worth adding to your collection. Lab mates, I was quite surprised that this item or package just arrived in the mail. I placed the order yesterday and it's already here. Kudos to my mailman. We're really fast. So yeah, here is the SD-EX Gundam Deathscythe Hell from the Endless Waltz movie. And inside this box, we only have two plastics for the runners and all the gimmicks. And we have there the instruction manual. For the instruction manual, it's just plain simple paper. There's going to be no problem understanding it. Typical of Bandai, it's clear, concise, and everything is laid out perfectly. As always, it's Bandai quality, so we are going to expect everything easy. I do apologize, folks, if I'm having some troubles speaking towards this video, especially on my enunciation, because I'm having a tongue ulcer right now and I'm just pushing through, trying to finish this video for you. By the way, going back to the kit, typical Bandai, while working on it, I can feel that, the plastic quality, the runners, all of those are top notch. Typical Bandai, they're still king. So you're not going to have any problems with your plastic. So I'm on the part wherein I'm putting on the decals on the parts. So we're just going to do a speed run on this. I don't want to bore you regarding an SD kit. There's no too much things to look at. So here in this part, we're going to place the horns. The horn of the Gundam Deathscythe. I already placed the stickers as well on the head, on the gills, the chin part, and the eyes. Also, I already finished working on the main body unit and working towards the arm units on this next clip right here. Yeah, there you go. We have the arms, and I also work on the decals on the arms, because I don't want the decals to be placed after I construct it all, because I have a little bit of a big hand, so I might ruin the decals, and they're quite hard to place or put on their place. I don't know if it's skill issue or not, but I just don't like decals at all, especially on SD kits. That's the reason why on my other SD kits I don't put decals, but I tried on this build, and on those leg units on the previous clip, I totally remove it, and you would see that here when I'm constructing the whole model kit. I already removed the decals because they're a pain in the ass. I don't like it. I just don't like. So here we already have our almost complete Gundam Deathscythe Hell. We just need to construct those wing parts over here that makes the model kit iconic. I also placed the red decals on the wings, the tip of the wings, and then there you go. We're putting the wings on those holes. And here we go, lab mates. We have already completed the build on our Gundam Deathscythe Hell here. And of course, the iconic Deathscythe. I already placed the sticker, and we're going to put it onto the hands. And there you go. We have the whole kit and gimmicks all constructed, completed for our video today. Moving on to the articulation movement and the poses that we can do on this model kit. As usual, lab mates, for SD kits, you're not going to praise them on those. There's going to be limited movement that you can do, and to be honest with you, the only things that has quite good articulation on this kit is the arms and the feet unit. Also with the head and the waist unit, they're quite flimsy. As you can see here, while I'm trying to do 360 degrees, they're falling off. However, I'm going to test and do the shake test later on, and you would see that they're not going to fall off. So yeah, the feet rather has great movement. Then here's the shake test. Nothing is falling off. They're quite okay. They're holding on their own. So I think, or I guess that is quite okay. Now we're going to test the weapon. We're going to put the sight onto the hand, on the close hand of our unit. By the way, both hands I tested them. The sight is quite loose, and I hate that. I hate that about this kit. Okay, lab mates, here we go. The Gundam Deathscythe Hell SD version. You know, I want to take a deep breath right now, and I just want to, think of another word to describe this model kit right here, but I think I have one that best describes it right now, and that this thing over here sucks. I mean, it sucks big time. The usual way that I give feedback is positive, negative, positive, or the sandwich approach. However, there's just too many opportunities about this kit that I want to address, so we're going to start with the negative. And this is not to hate on the product or the kit itself. I just hope, sorry about that thunder, it's raining hard here in the Philippines right now. Again, it's not to hate about the product. I just want to provide this feedback so we can have something much better in the future. Flimsiness and loose joints. When I was doing the articulation test, I can feel it. That the feeling that when you are working on something or playing on a action figure, that things are not secure or just going to give up or give in anytime soon. That's how I felt when I was doing the articulation testing, and the waist unit gave up when we were trying to do stuff, and that's one of the those are the feedback that I have on this wood in terms to the build quality and all of that. However, I do have one gripe that I just really cannot endure not saying. Let me zoom out. This right here. I know, the decals and stuff. I know this is aimed for children. That's the reason why on the box it says 8 plus. But I hope that they can do something that says that this has water slide decals for the adults. So that we can customize more or make the kit much better looking, because I hate doing stickers. Okay, you might say that it's a skill issue. Maybe it's a skill issue, but it's just that the decals on this just is not good. Again, it might be skill issue, so I apologize if that is my opinion. But hey, everyone has his opinion, right? But don't get me wrong, there are some positives on this kit, and that number one thing that I can think of right now is the plastic quality of Bandai is top notch. We cannot argue on that one. Bandai is king within terms of plastic quality. Also, of course, this is an official Bandai merchandise, or perhaps this is an official Gundam merch. So it's not a bootleg. You're not going to get any brown eyes upon you when you collect them. And still, it has an appeal. It still looks good, even though there are some opportunities that we already talked about earlier. It's still cool, in my opinion. One last point, lab mates, but before I do that, I'm going to give the Gundam Deathscythe Hell 4 Shiba stars. Okay, why 4? I was supposed to give it 5. Here's the reason. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Just a little bit. There you go. And you can see it already. There you go. This is Nuja. We already made a review on that thing over there this past few weeks, and I just remembered that this is much cheaper. 250 pesos I was able to acquire this. 350 pesos I was able to buy it online. This is physical, this is online, and this one has much better gimmicks. also much better quality than this one. And again, okay, again, this is much cheaper. And I believe if something much cheaper can achieve this, then we can achieve much more than this if we're paying more, right? So I just hope that our SD kits, let me just put this again on the center, will be much better, sooner or later. But again, I'm just one YouTuber. I'm just hoping because I like SD kits. They're cute. I have MGSDs on my collection right now. So yeah, well, I think that's it. Thank you for listening to my rant slash review. Thank you very much again, lab mates. This is Mark. Thank you very much for watching. If you're not yet liking the video, like the video, subscribe, hit the notification button or the bell icon so that you can get more Shiba robot reviews. Again, thank you very much and have an awesome day.